Hello, YouTube. I've tried doing this video 5 times and it's just not working for me. I'm going to try it one more time and see how it goes. I have 3 questions on the table today for the Q&A. The first one is about the name game. The second one is about banishing rituals. And the third one is about misconceptions. And I don't know if the misconceptions one is being facetious, but the author of that question was not really specific in what they wanted to know. So I figured we'd discuss a little bit about Hollywood misconceptions, or what, you know, your average person thinks about demonolatry that maybe isn't true. So first let's start with the name game. Someone wrote in and asked about the differences, how one demon becomes 2, becomes 3, and so on, because they wanted to know, you know, if you're making 2 altars for these 2 different demons, they've got 2 separate aspects, they've got different correspondences, different ends, different colors, different purposes, and all of these things, and yet they're emanations of the same demon. This can be really, I think let's start with the fact that if you are a hard polytheist, it's not going to work for you. I hate to say that, but it's not going to work for you, because we know for a fact, historically speaking, that Astarte became Ashtaroth and Astaroth, and that's how you have that triad of demons, just like Asmodee, Asmodeus, and Amdusius are all kind of in that same little triangle there. And then of course you've got your twin demons like Varine and Virier. And you have Paimon, Paimonas, and then you've got all your goetic demons, which many of them have like 2 or 3 different spellings of their names. So for the hard polytheist, this is not going to work. Generally, because unless you look at it as they are different aspects of the same god, or demonic force, or demon. It just, whatever your terminology is. For those of us who are soft polytheists, or pantheists, or panentheists, the demons are archetypes. They are emanations, like one side is the masculine, one side is the feminine. Or they're different aspects of the same thing. You know, or they're different embodiments of the same idea. So how you look at it is really entirely up to you and what your personal definition of a demon is. And I really can't tell you what that is. I can tell you that I believe in demonic forces as aspects. They're aspects of different things. And there can be many different aspects to one demon. It depends what you identify with. And that, again, is a very individual thing. So I hope that's kind of answered that question. And usually, sometimes when demons become like 1 or 2 or 3, it's because of a spelling error, that it was perpetuated in a manuscript, and then it got copied to another manuscript, and then it got copied to another manuscript. And that's why when you look at, say, medieval hierarchies, you'll find Asmodeus is, you know, is a demon of this, and Amdusius is a demon of that, and Asmodee is a demon of this, and you're like, yeah, but they're all kind of the same. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. And that's where we think Lewithian Leviathan comes from, and Varine and Barrier, and all of these things. They've just been separated through spelling errors or misunderstandings, and then thrown into different hierarchies. And that's just kind of how they ended up propagating themselves through the different manuscripts where these demons are found. So just look at it that way, and hopefully that has helped your understanding of how that works a little more. The next question was about banishing rituals. Banishing rituals do have a place in demonolatry. There are banishing, clearing, cleansing type rituals in the Demonolator's Guide to Demonic Magic. You can use them to get rid of negative energy, to get rid of other entities that are not demonic in nature. Keep one handy. do what feels comfortable with you. You can use the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. People always ask me that, and you can. Some people just sprinkle water. You should do what works for you in that respect. If you find yourself banishing often, you might want to look at how you're doing things and maybe find a different approach. Or look at how you're approaching things mentally and see if that is somehow contributing to the negativity or the experience that you're having. So that's something to consider greatly. And finally, let's get on to the misconceptions. Let's see. Hollywood misconceptions. Obviously, if you've seen it in a Hollywood movie, it is probably not true. We are not all under 25. We don't all wear black. We don't all have, 50 million tattoos. We don't hang out in graveyards. We're not all sullen and depressed or socially retarded. We don't all listen to heavy metal music, and maybe some of us do, but we listen to other things as well. And I'm really trying to think of other misconceptions here. I know there are quite a few of them. Demonolatry is often linked with Satanism because a lot of Satanists are demonolators. So, generally, I guess that's just one of those things where there are so many misconceptions that an open-ended question like that, I don't know that I can sufficiently answer that unless you tell me which misconceptions you want me to debunk. So, I don't know, we could probably start a discussion of misconceptions in the comments area. I think that would be an appropriate place for it, so people could discuss that openly, and hopefully that will answer the poster's question on those. Let's see, what else has been going on? Honoring Death, the Art of Demonolatry Necromancy, is now out if you have not seen it. It is a fairly short tome. Necromancy isn't really as... it can be quite complex, it can be quite complicated. But, I approached it in a straightforward manner. My grandmother died this past October, and that's what kind of spurred me to finally finish the book. I know a lot of you have been waiting for it since 2007, 2008, when I first promised it, and I do apologize that it took me so long to write it, but sometimes certain books happen in their own time, and sometimes it takes an event like that to, kind of get your butt in gear to get it done. So, this year, what I've got coming for you is the second OTS mystery should be out. I wouldn't say any later than July, but no sooner than May. There is another Audrey Bryce book coming out, 13 Covens. It's not an OTS mystery, it's a standalone. That's slated for an October release. I'm really shooting for that because I think it'll be a lot of fun. On the nonfiction front, I've got a surprise project in the works for you all. I'm not telling anybody what it is. It's not necessarily specifically demonolatry related, I can tell you that. I think you'll enjoy it, for those of you who, whatever. There's only a few select people who know exactly what I'm doing, and we'll just leave it at that. The Grimoire Magic book, that has kind of changed. The whole scope of that's kind of changed, and I'm not really going to talk about that either. And the Ducante Hierarchy book is still underway, but it's slow going. It probably will not be out until next year, unfortunately, unless some major changes happen and I get more material soon. So that's just going to depend on certain factors. But otherwise, that's pretty much it that's going on. Those were the only major questions I had. I hope I really didn't miss anybody, but I've been so busy the last 4 months. If I have missed anybody, just let me know, and I will do another video. I am thinking about doing a Kazdea series, maybe like a workshop. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll call it good. But I should probably stop now because it's over 9 minutes, and this is going to be a long video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.